service. And I love this quote from Andy Grove, who's one of the greatest CEOs of all time. He said, "We assumed that just because it could be done technically, there would be high demand. It's just that we were wrong." This is the mistake that we're trying to help founders avoid by focusing on a fundamentally different question. Do people want it? And so what we advocate is an approach of putting desirability first in your consideration as a founder of whether you should move forward with a particular direction. The way we do that is a very simple scaffold that Perry will walk you through.
So now getting to what is this LaunchPad office hours interaction like? What it is a very quick conversation that's about 3 post-its of information you bring to us and a 4th post-it we work on together. If you can think about product market fit being defined this way, meaning the core of what you're doing being defined by, do I have a target user with some specificity? Is there a particular pain point or problem in their life I'm seeking to solve? Put those on those first 2 post-its. And then finally, what is the killer feature? What is the key feature? What must my solution deliver to solve that pain point for that target user? That's your hypothesis of product market fit. And then what we do is we work a lot on that last column to craft a 2-hour experiment. Yes, a 2-hour experiment. How do you do something really, really quick, low cost, that has very, very fast payoffs to you as a founder and can generate some data? Does your killer feature solve that pain point for that target user? And how do we craft a quick experiment to generate some data on that early on?
So if you come to office hours, as long as you bring those first 3 post-its, who's our target user, what is the pain they're experiencing, and what is the pain-killing feature that I'm envisioning, we can work with you to help you craft the 4th post-it, which is what's a very simple and scrappy and clever experiment you can run to learn whether your underlying assumptions are true or false. All it takes to show up to office hours is having 3 post-its filled out and a willingness to entertain the consideration of crafting a really clever experiment. After office hours, you may never want to see us again, and you may not want to execute the experiment. That's totally great. Or you may say, what's the worst I can lose? It takes 2 hours of my time, and you'll run the experiment. If you run the experiment, we'll have an incredibly rich and informative and enlightening conversation in the second time you visit us at office hours. And ultimately, what we need to determine whether you're a good fit for the LaunchPad approach is not just to hear a great idea or a pitch, but to see how you as a founder interact with the unknown and uncertainty that accompanies this process, and to see whether you're willing to take an experiment-driven approach to risk reduction. If the answer is yes, you're probably a good fit for the LaunchPad program.
Thank you, and we'll see you with your hypothesis at office hours.